All right, next we have South Carolina, and just to say it ahead of time, we two teams left: South Carolina and Vanderbilt. Everyone thinks they're the two worst teams in the SEC. Their lines are both at 3.5. But first, we got South Carolina. Shane Beamer was a bit of a head scratching hire for me. Their quarterback Luke Doty is hurt, but should be back by game two. I feel like it doesn't sound like he's going to miss a lot of time. The running backs, this is where they're very good. You've mentioned Kevin Harris earlier in the pod. Excellent running back, and they have Marshawn Lloyd, the former high-ranked recruit, behind him. Really like their running backs. The receivers, however, are extremely unproven. So questions around the offense other than running back. The defensive line should be very good. They return all their starters, plus Jordan Birch, the former five-star. And they got a transfer, Jordan Strahan, I want to say, and it sounds like he's going to be an absolute stud for them. The back seven is a major question mark, however. So this team has a lot. This team has some really nice pieces. The defensive line and the running back specifically. However, the rest of the team, a lot of question marks. Were you as befuddled by the hire as I was? Do you have more faith than I do in Shane Beamer? Luke Doty, what do you feel?
No, it was puzzling. I think for me too. I with South Carolina to go from a guy like Muschamp, who was a big name. He had been at Texas, at Florida. He's now actually an assistant at Georgia, actually, but kind of a big name. Muschamp was a name, if nothing else. And then to go to Shane Beamer, who I mean, he does have a name. I mean, his just from the Virginia Tech connection. But I mean, just no experience. He's so young, and to see that go, to see his first job go to South Carolina is, yeah, or his first job as a head coach, sorry, to be at South Carolina was a bit of a head scratcher. It was. I'm not gonna lie. It did feel like there were maybe other guys out there. I Yeah, but would love to know what goes into like making a decision like that. Like you mentioned, like some of the Tennessee decisions as well. Like what all even, yeah, what's considered, because he didn't seem to maybe match a lot of the measurables that us as fans do. And like, with how we evaluate, he's going to recruit. He's going to be okay at recruiting. They're going to be like, they really will. They're in a talent rich state. They're going to be fine. You mentioned like they have guys there. Luke Doty was another Elite 11 guy. So plenty of talent. The running backs the running backs are going to have to carry them this year on offense, it seems, with Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd. So because there's not a whole lot outside of that. The coverage, it feels like pretty bare. I have the under on South Carolina. I don't think they're going to do a whole lot of winning this year. I think this is maybe just a more of just trying to restock, maybe try to do what Arkansas did last year and just kind of get some of your competitive spirit back, and yeah, just try to fight and try to win some games that you shouldn't. And if you do that, then it's a successful year. Yeah, I don't see there's no almost no chance they make a bowl this year. I have them going under.
I'm on the over with them, and looking at their schedule, this is where it comes from. Obviously, they have Clemson in the non-con, but then their other three non-conference games are Eastern Illinois, East Carolina, and Troy. I feel like they could beat all of those teams, and then they also play Vanderbilt, and they get Vanderbilt at home. So to me, those are four wins right there, which is all I need. And yeah, I don't love a lot of this roster, but I do think they could have an elite running game. You mentioned Luke Doty has talent, and the defensive line. If you have an amazing defensive line, your defense at least has a good floor. So I do think I like them for four wins. Um, Not sure about the trajectory. Again, Shane Beamer, young guy, maybe it works out. I'm not gonna write him off. To me, it was a head scratching hire, but it's not like a guy that can't work out. So it's a question mark for me for sure, but it's not a question that cannot be answered positively, potentially. So I guess I'll just put it to you. Does that mean you think Vanderbilt wins this game with South Carolina?
I do have actually Vanderbilt winning that game. It's like one
Okay.
of the only ones that Vanderbilt will win